What's guys, and welcome back to the channel. Don't adjust anything, you are seeing this. I am in fact here, I am in fact talking to you. The channel is back alive. Thankfully, after it has been a year, quite literally, of nothing, we're back, and I'm here to say I'm back because I'm excited to be back. It feels so good to be able to watch anime again. Work and other real life responsibilities have really kept me from this, and I kept thinking in the back of my mind, I've got to get back into it at some point. I've really got to get back into it. And so today is my last day of being super full-time into my job. I'm still full-time at my job. Don't get me wrong. I'm not putting my own livelihood at risk to bring this channel back. I'm doing it in a way that I can keep my current job, I can keep my current lifestyle, but still find time to do this. And so that means I can have fun. I can watch anime again because I've missed so many anime. It's disgusting how much I've missed. I know I've seen on the Discord, which Ollie has thankfully kept alive whilst I've been gone. I've seen just general reactions. There are some banging anime out there that I know people want me to watch, and I know I want to watch. Hopefully I can get to some of them here soon. I obviously got to catch up on World Trigger and Symphogear, obviously. World Trigger will be coming out, well, I think if you're on the Patreon, it should be out today. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see when this happens. But my new schedule is going to be on a YouTube community post. It's also on my Discord, and I'll briefly mention it here as well. I just need to pull it up real quick just so I don't misspeak on that. Let's see here if we go to my Discord. So it's in the notices page right now. And this is the current plan in terms of my schedule. Mondays, this is going to be called Mega Mondays, and it will be the only day on the schedule where I intend to post 2 videos a day. That may change later on, but Mega Mondays is for 2 brand new shows from a season that I am interested in seeing. It's usually probably the biggest show of the season, so the most hype show of the season usually, as well as maybe one of more of a personal pick, or just another big show that I'm very interested in seeing. These will not be a sequel show, so for example, if we get to the point of, I don't know, Reincarnated as a Slime, Season 3 comes out, that's obviously a big show, but that will not go out on a Mega Monday because it's for new shows and new IPs that I kind of want to check out. So for our first iteration here, in full, we have Frieren, I don't actually know how to pronounce that, Beyond Journey's End. That seems to be the biggest show, and as soon as I mentioned on the Discord, I'm back and I need some shows from this season to check out, immediately that was the first one that popped up. So who am I to say no to that one? And then the second one I have chosen is probably not the one you'd expect, and probably rating-wise might not be the one you expect either, because I don't think it's doing fantastically rating-wise, but I've gone for Family Circumstances of the Irregular Witch. The reason being, I want a fun, cutesy, silly show to counteract some of the more potentially serious and not so light-hearted shows that maybe I'm going to be watching. I like having a cutesy, fun, relaxing show to watch, and you could argue I already have one in this schedule, but I just wanted to check this one out. It seemed something that I was going to enjoy, thus I wanted to kind of check it out and see where it goes. We'll have chances. If I don't enjoy it in the end, I will put another show in, but I feel like I'm going to enjoy this one based on what little I know of it. As for Frieren, how you say it, I don't, goddamn, no, hopefully they just say it in the first episode of the anime so I don't embarrass myself too much. It seems like a very big show. I don't actually know much about it. I believe it's a fantasy show. I don't believe it's isekai. I don't think. I think it's just a fantasy show with a demon lord. But I think it's post-demon lord. There seems to be a trend that I've noticed in a lot of shows recently. There's a lot more, what happens after you beat the Demon Lord? Like, everyone's been isekai'd and to defeat the Demon Lord, that's a very common trope. What happens once the Demon Lord's defeated? What do all these people do now? So I think that's kind of where it's going. Maybe? I don't remember. So that should be interesting either way. It's the biggest show. There's a lot of episodes already out, so I've got plenty to catch up on. We'll be taking it slowly. I won't be rushing to catch up. We'll be taking it as I go, because I've got to make it last the season anyway, so might as well. Tuesdays, Trigger Tuesdays, gotta be. We got a complete world trigger. We got 7 more episodes of season 1 to go, I think. Yes, 7 more new episodes. I've already got one pre-recorded. And then we can move on to season 2 and season 3, and then we'll be all caught up and good with that. So we've got plenty of world trigger going forward. It was a Patreon request from the old, from my old recording, so I'm obligated to keep it up. I'm not going to deny that, and I am enjoying it. So why wouldn't I watch it? You know. Wednesdays. This is the segment that I'm dubbing "What Have I Missed?" Wednesdays, and this is for shows that are in that year gap where I stopped watching anime to catch up on some shows that you guys might want me to watch. And immediately, I kind of saw this coming, just because I know this show got hyped a lot, is Oshinoko. I know nothing about it, except that the first episode is an hour and 20 minutes long, I believe. So, that's going to be a pretty intense first reaction for a Wednesday. But since it's the only thing I'm watching that day, it doesn't really matter. And I've said before on this channel how I do like a series that is willing to put more time into a first episode to really capture an audience. Hour and 20 minutes might be a bit excessive. You've basically just produced an anime movie at that point. But hey, I mean, it got super well received after it, so they must have done something right, I guess. So I'm looking forward to that. I know very little other than that. I think there's Idol in there somewhere. I think it's Idol based in some way. I don't know. So I'm looking forward to that one. And then also just to tag on to there, I will finish the last 2 episodes of That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime Season 2. I realised I missed 2 episodes of that right as I was going on my hiatus, so I'll finish those 2 up. Probably not the same week as the first episode of Oshinoko, probably the week after, since that I'll have a bit more time. But other than that, we'll be good. Thursdays. I'm quite happy with myself for this one. This segment is called Is It Thursday Yet? Which it isn't yet, but it will be when it's Thursday. And that is reserved for The Legend of Vox Machina because, oh my god, I've been meaning to watch this show for the longest time. I said I would probably do it as a reaction. I never got around to watching it in the time I was away. I just kind of have to watch it. And with The Mighty Nine going to be animated as well, I really, really want to see this. I desperately want to see this. If you guys didn't know, I am a fan of Critical Role. Hi. I've watched all of Campaign 1, I've watched all of Campaign 2, I'm quite a ways behind on Campaign 3, just because I couldn't quite get into the early, around episode 30-ish, around maybe episode 40 of Campaign 3, I just kind of lost interest. I don't know why, but it's taken me a while to get back into it, now that we've got the spoiler for Campaign 3, the party is split at this point in the story, and they're off, and they've introduced guests and such to accommodate for. I knew Campaign 3 was going to have a lot more guests than Campaign 2 did, because Campaign 2 had, obviously, the COVID situation to deal with in the latter stages, so any guests kind of got denied just outright because of that. But, I don't know, Campaign 3 has been harder to capture me than the other 2 campaigns, which is weird, since it ties in so much more to the other campaigns. Like, Campaign 1 and Campaign 2 were separate, but in the same universe. Campaign 3 seems so much more linked to Campaign 1 and 2, and yet for some reason I dislike that for some reason. I can't explain why, but hey, it is what it is. But we're going to watch that on Thursdays because I'm so looking forward to it. Anyway, Fridays is Formula Fridays, so this is for another new show of the season, and I just this is a personal one for me. This was one I just wanted to watch. It is Overtake, probably the only sports anime I'm going to really, really enjoy, because it's based on Formula 4 Japan racing, and I like my Formula Series cars. I watch Formula 1 religiously. I keep somewhat up to date with Formula 2. So this is... I like motor racing. Motor racing's the one sport, other than maybe football, that I actually truly follow and am truly into. So seeing a Formula 4 centered anime is going to be interesting. I'm also curious to see how they're approaching it. What is the focus here? Is the focus on the actual driver himself, the team? Is it based on his progression forward in his career? because as I understand it in Japan, you've really got two routes to go from there. Like you can go from F4, you can work your way up through F3, F2, and ultimately reach F1, like a certain Yuki Tsunoda did. He was F4 champion in, oh god, what year was it? Was it 2018? I want to say it's 2018. It might have been 19. I don't know, but Yuki Tsunoda, obviously, he was F4 champion in Japan for, well, they split it into East and West, don't they? And I can't remember which one he was. He might have been West. I've got a feeling he might have been West. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so you can go that route to get into Formula 1, but I know Super Formula is also its own thing. Like, Super Formula and Formula 1 are kind of equals in terms of pinnacles. I think Formula 1 has more global coverage, obviously, but Super Formula has more of a base in Asia. So I'm kind of curious how Japanese people think of that. Like, if they were to say, what is the pinnacle of motorsport? Like, if you were a motorsporting, like, kid, like, would you want to go to F1 or would you want to go to Super Formula? I'm kind of curious to see where the prestige in that lies, because I've never actually thought about it. But it is a question that I'm sure an F4 driver would be thinking. Like, you're doing it for fun, but you also want to be the best, right? So, you're going Super Formula, you're going Formula 1. You can't do both, necessarily, unless you do well in Super Formula and transition to Formula 1, but again, depends on how culturally significant those are. Saturdays. This is sequel Saturdays, so it will be a show reserved for a sequel of that season. That is a show I've already watched, and for this time, it is The Saint's Magic Power is Omnipotent 2. I enjoyed the first season. It was very relaxed but interesting. I think this one's going to take even more focus on the romance, I believe. Maybe. We'll see. I'm a sucker for a romance normally. So yeah, we're going to watch that as that's my preferred sequel of the season. It would have been something like Doctor Stone or another show that was this season. I forget what one. But I haven't seen I haven't fully caught up on those, so I didn't want to set myself back and restrict myself on a sequel next season, for example, because I'm still catching up on the one I said I'd do this season. So that's the reason why I've gone for that. And then finally, on a Sunday, what else could it be? It's Sympho Sunday, so Symphogear is returning. We have AXZ, or Axis, to finish up. We're pretty close to finishing that up. I think it's, 3 episodes? 4 episodes? Something like that left to finish. And then we'll move on to XV and finish off XV. Hopefully, if all things go well, we might have XV finished and or completing as more of a Christmas special. I think that'd be a nice Christmas present for you guys to do the final 3 episodes of XV, all for Christmas and New Year's. I think that'd be a nice little way to round off the year. I think we can try and go for that. Seems doable, doesn't it? So yeah, that is the new schedule. Hope you guys are looking forward to that. But for this last little bit of the video, just to say hi, I do want to quickly show you some things that I've recently been getting. As you may notice behind me, my anime collection there. I haven't really talked about any of those figures since, well, did I do the video on Chris and my new Simple figures? I don't know if I actually did. I don't think I did release that video, did I? I can't remember, but those Figmas, they're okay. I wouldn't recommend them if you're looking for figures in general. Pop-Up Parade seems best, as well as the new there's a new branch of figures that I think a certain brand is bringing out. I can't remember their names off the top of my head. If I remember them another day, I'll mention them. But there's a lot more like cheap figures coming out, like official pre-order figures for decent prices. So check those out. But I did want to show you some of the newer ones that I've been purchasing just because it's been a while. I have a few, and there's also a very special little thing that my girlfriend bought me that I want to show off. So I will be back in 1 minute and I will get all of them out. So I've got them all together here. I've got 6 down here to show off. Half of these were Good Smile pre-orders, and the other half were from. I think the other 3 were all from Forbidden Planet. Every time we go into Newcastle, for example, when I'm with my girlfriend, we go to Forbidden Planet in Newcastle. So I picked up a couple since I've been there, since They are some. Well, one of them was a pop-up parade that I missed out on. I didn't get the pre-order for, and I actually managed to get it on a very good discounted price. The others are their own separate thing. And then after those 6, I also have a very special little something that my girlfriend got for me for my birthday this year, which was in September. So I'm very happy about that one. So, no particular order. Let's start with this one. We have they're all in boxes, unfortunately, so it might be hard to see them. We have Zayan Lee from Miss Love Queen's Choice, or as you probably know him, Victor. I've had this one quite a while now. I think I've had this one probably the longest of the 6 that are here. This was from... I can't remember if this is from Newcastle. This might have been from the London trip that we did for my birthday last year. I've got a feeling that might be from London, because we went to the mega store in London as well. So that might be from then. I can't actually remember. Next up, I know it's going to be hard to see because of the lighting when they're in these pop-up crate boxes. The other ones will be easier to see, I swear. Next up, we have Kento Nanami from Jujutsu Kaisen. There we go, I remember the show. Let's see. There we go. I can show him off a bit there. I just need to make sure the light's not bouncing off him. So yeah, Nanami is my favourite character, I think, from Jujutsu Kaisen. I will catch up on Jujutsu Kaisen eventually, but it's not super high on the list right now. Next up, yes. Nanami was a pop-up parade pre-order from Good Smile, as was this one. Is Rin. And to go with that, might as well do them at the same time. Oh god, this one's bigger. Got Nadeshiko as well. You can see my screen. There you go. Rin and Nadeshiko. From Eurocamp, obviously, if you didn't know. I'm so happy with these ones. I was surprised at how big the box for Nadeshiko's was. It's been sitting over on my corner here for a little while. I do need to get all these out. As you can tell, I don't have space. I do have a little wooden... You might be able to see it down there. Whoop. Right there. I'm going to be putting that up eventually. The plan is to put it up right where the sign is there. The people think I'm crazy sign, which I am. So that's going to go there so you can see those being displayed at the same time in the videos. Oh, a lot of boxes today. Next up, this is from Forbidden Planet again. Yeah, all these other ones now Forbidden Planets. Pretty much all from Newcastle. This is the most recent one that I got in the last trip. It's the Relax Time Kaguya from Kaguya-sama. Very, very happy with this one. Super cute. Got it on a decent price as well. Bandai Namco figures. Looks solid. It's going to be a very nice one to put. Probably... It'll probably go on the new shelving unit. That's more than likely where it's going to end up. And then finally, this one might make Ollie a bit happy. We have... Handler Lena from 86. Let's see if we can get the full shot of her. There you go. That's her. Lovely stuff. I believe we can detach and... Yeah, I believe she can have the hat on her head as well, maybe? No, she can't. Okay. It's just that to assemble the hat, you need to assemble the hat. It doesn't actually come fixed, which is odd. I don't know why they've done it that way. Maybe it was just easier to make without it. But those are the 6 new figures I've got. I'm very happy with them. They should all fit on the new little shelving unit that I have there. And then I can tidy this up a little bit because it's still a bit of a mess. But now, the big one, and I do mean big one. Those of you may remember a certain show from, oh god, when was it? 10 years ago now, I think? 2013? I think it was. A certain show called Kill la Kill. If you haven't seen Kill la Kill, please go watch Kill la Kill. It is absolutely fantastic. I don't care if you watch subbed or dubbed, they are both fantastic. It's probably the only show that I've watched in both, like, in full. Because the dub of Kill la Kill is actually really, really good. Especially Irigama Gori's voice actor is fantastic. So, my girlfriend knows that I like Kill la Kill, and it's kind of a crime that I don't have anything Kill la Kill related, like, anywhere here represented. Like, you'd think I would have put something by now. Actually, no, wait, I do. I do have a killer kill fit. What am I on about? Down here. Oh, there we go. We do have killer kill represented. And yeah, turns out I'm an idiot. There you go. There's Ryoko Matoi holding the scissor blade. Very, very nice. However, the scissor blade's a bit small, isn't it? So I have a big one. I have a big old scissor blade. I'm so chuffed with this. I don't know what prompted my girlfriend to think that, you know what he needs? A scissor blade. But I have a scissor blade now. It's wooden, so it's pretty solid. It's not foam. Like, it bends a little, but it doesn't bend much. This is proper wood. Bit of heft to it. I'm absolutely getting this mounted, eventually. It's not going to fit on that wall, unfortunately, so it won't be shown on camera, but on that wall over there, I'm definitely getting it mounted. And one day, hopefully, I can get the purple one, and we can have the full rending scissors, because that would be amazing. So, I'm well chuffed for that. It's cool, isn't it? To be fair, my girlfriend said, I have said before I would like some anime swords, because who doesn't like anime swords? Come on, like, there are so many cool anime swords out there. And a lot of my friends have anime swords. I was the only one that didn't have an anime sword, interestingly, out of my entire friend group. I think. Does Ollie have an anime sword? No, he doesn't. He has a BB gun. Close enough. Yeah. I just love this. It's so good. Oh. And then, Matoi, you can go back now. Whoop. In you go. There we go. I need to dust off a bit. Anyway, those are my new purchases. Like I said, I'm well chuffed with most of the stuff I've been able to get. I need to get them properly displayed. I know I need to put that shelving unit up and tidy up a bit. But I just thought I'd keep you updated on some of the cool anime purchases I've got. Yeah, I keep looking at Good Smile as well. By the way, there are some cool stuff coming out on Good Smile that I'm like, I couldn't I? But I am still saving up for a house, so I kind of have to hold off a little bit on the anime merch. It's kind of a treat to myself when I go out shopping with my girlfriend, that I treat myself to a figure every now and then. I can't afford to go ham like I did with all of those, because now looking at it, there's probably close to $2,000 worth of anime figures I've spent here. I don't know whether that should be impressive or depressing, to be honest, that I spent that much on anime figures, but I like them. So, that's good enough for me. I think it's a worthwhile purchase. They look nice. It's a nice talking point. It helps with the background of the shot. So, I'm not going to complain. Anyway, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you everyone for watching. I'm so happy to be back and recording in front of a camera and just getting back into it. Hope you guys have had... Hope you guys have been well since I've been gone. Sorry for being virtually radio silent. Life is life. Let's just put it that way. But we're back. I have time. I'm committed, and we're gonna make the best of this. If everything goes super well, though, you might not see me in this location for that long. If things go well, it's a very big if. And it probably won't be this season. But in the future, who knows? Might be a new location that I'm shooting from. We'll see. But thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We'll be back for, well, I don't know if I'm going to get World Trigger up today. I'm probably going to take this week to get a backlog of videos ready, because I am going to be away on the at the end of October, I think it is. Yeah, end of October, I'm going to be away. So I need to have some videos backlog prepared, ready for that. So we'll try and get as much done as we can. But yeah, thank you for watching. And until next time, see you guys later.